Hey, how y'all doing, guys? I hope y'all are blessed. I bless you in the name of Yeshua, Jesus Christ. And I am blessing you in the name of all names, of the Lord of all lords, King of all kings, and God of all gods. I just want to let y'all know, guys, that I am going through a troubling time, a testing of my faith, so to speak. I've been laid off. I'm in the motion of getting my own place. I'm living out in my car, in my truck. And I am feeling how it feels to truly be homeless. I'm avoiding all family and pretty much all help. Not because I don't want help, but because the whole help or the kind of help that I need I already have. And it's just health. It's just being healthy. And that comes from God. It doesn't come from family, friends, a job. It doesn't come from anything but God. Health. And I'm a type of person, if I'm healthy, then I should have no reason to ask for help. That's how I view everything in life. If I am physically healthy to get up and work, then why should I ask for a handout? You know, I look at these people. I have studied these people, these homeless people on the streets throughout life, and I have given them money or some food or some type of help, encouraging word, and they're stuck at the same place. Some of them I see why they're homeless. Some of them look like they're not mentally stable, or they're physically unable to really have a job. But then you'll find people like me that got laid off or are too old to live at home and don't want to move back home because we're too old. And just face life. And probably maybe tried to find a job. Probably went to a staff agency. But a week became a month, and a month became a year, and money depleted, and homelessness took place. And what I can say is that this world is unfair. It's just unfair. It truly is unfair. Um, just by studying the homelessness of people. We as citizens, we move on. We watch the homeless people. We may give them $1 or two, or we may demand them to be put in jail or even wish death upon them. Not knowing that we can be homeless too. No one is immune to not being homeless. There's no immunity to it. And it's a sad reality, and I'm kind of thankful that I'm experiencing this homelessness because I'm a person that's optimistic. I'm a person, and I thank God for it, that knows how to maintain a positive attitude, mainly because I serve God. And I just give God the glory and the praise because He is only able to impute that type of attitude, that type of thankfulness and charisma into His sons and daughters that truly believe in Him. And only He can give you that fighting faith that no job can give you, no woman can give you, no child, no family, no nothing. People have all these things: a house, a car, family, friends, dogs, you name it, you claim it. They have it, but they don't have health. And I'm here to tell you, although it sucks, I'm starving. I have to think of my next move every day to a molecular level. I have to think about how much I can travel for the day and how I'm finna make some money. There's a lot of things I gotta think about. But I am happy and I am free. No one's controlling me. And for that, I feel that ultimately blaming this unfair world because you're going through something that's unfair. Because I got the skills. I have the skills. I have worked in multiple warehouses. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't start problems. I'm not violent. I am a very good, righteous man. And to have a righteous man give you this insight, I think it's for your own benefit. That don't blame the world for injustice, for the unfair things that happen to you. Because by blaming them, you put yourself in relying on them. By blaming the world, by blaming the worksite, by blaming a company, by blaming a church, by blaming a pastor, by blaming your parents, by blaming your brothers and sisters, by blaming whatever school system, government system, you put yourself in a place as if they have the final answer. You might just die homeless. There's a possibility. You might just starve to death. But to have somebody starve to death just shows how righteous and how true that man, woman, or child is to their faith. But if that person is stealing, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So in the same time, I don't even judge people that live a gangster lifestyle or trap lifestyle or kind of sell drugs. If I was a cop, I'll fight against it and I'll put them in jail. But at the same time, at least I have an understanding why they do it. And it's because they're hungry. They got to eat. But there's many ways to make this money. There's multiple jobs, career pathways, and things to seek. All I can say is this: don't blame the world when unfair things happen to you. You see, Job in the Bible didn't have any reason to blame God. He was prosperous. I'm even going as far as to say that he never experienced poverty. I don't think he ever experienced that. And God said he was a righteous man. He pleased God. He even boasted about his servant Job to the devil. And God knew and the devil knew that Job never experienced poverty. So his character, how can it really be challenged? How can you really see the true color of a person? You take everything away from them. And you see their true colors. But Job was righteous. The reason he had everything The reason why God let him prosper, why he was so successful, is because in his core, in all that he was a righteous man, a God-fearing man that trusted God first and leaned not on his own understanding. So God gave him back even the more. That's how you're going to know what you're really made out of as a human being. What is your morality? What kind of character you hold? If you're true to your faith, or you're just fake, or you're just going along with what's popular, or do you really truly practice what you preach? And one way to really determine that truth is to take everything away from that person and then see who they are. You're going to start noticing how tactical or skillful or watchful or disciplined this person is. You're going to start learning, or you're going to see them defeated. And so that's my word to homelessness, to people that are homeless, is simply this. All has been taken away from you. You can't blame the world for being unfair. The world that we're born into is by nature unfair. Maybe you are right. Maybe you have rights and entitlements, and there's a place for that. But to get back up and continue the race, you can't even blame people when you're right. You just gotta get right again. You cannot blame people for them treating you wrong. You just gotta find a place to not be treated wrong again. You gotta find out how to put yourself in a situation where you're on top. You gotta come up to the top. And lastly, when you experience this feeling, remember yourself in this time. Remember when you were suffering and homeless. And never lose that heart for humanity. Because truly, if you come up out of this place, especially as a Christian, and you just forget how to be humane and you become selfish and self-absorbed, that is no better than the devil. I'm not saying you have to be the next Joel Osteen, but you sure can't close yourself off from helping. A Christian that does not give is no Christian at all. But even if you give, that don't mean the world's going to help you, or the world cares, or the world's going to say you're right. It's an unfair world. So by doing these things, giving back and caring, it's truly something from the heart that only God gives. This is what keeps you healthy, and this is what keeps the world sick for not being this way.